Real change begins the moment you shift your energy, even just 1 degree. In this episode, you'll discover 3 small but powerful energy shifts to find clarity and align with your Ikigai as you step into 2026. Welcome to the Midlife Reinvention Podcast, a podcast helping women in career and life transitions achieve clarity on their next steps so they can transform uncertainty into an energizing next chapter. I'm your host, Kavita Ahuja, and the founder of It's My Time Now Coaching. If you're wondering what's next in your career or life, you are in the right place. Through solo and guest episodes, you'll gain practical tips, tools, and inspiration to help you uncover blocks, gain confidence, and be, do, and have what you want. I rediscovered myself after the age of 50, and I know you can too. It's my time now to help you do just that. I'm so excited you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, my friend, and welcome back to another mini episode of the Midlife Reinvention Podcast and a continuation of the Reinvention series for 2026. Before we begin today's reflection, I wanted to share something that truly touched me this week, a message I received that reminded me why I show up to this microphone week after week. This is from a fan mail text I received from Ray in Texas. Ray says this: I just want to say thank you, and I'm so glad I found your podcast. I am a middle-aged man of 48, admittedly, but please know that your message has resonated powerfully and is helping me through a very challenging time professionally. Yours was the right voice at the right time. Oh my God, Ray, thank you so much. If you're listening, thank you so much for your message and for taking your time to send this to me. Your words carried such sincerity, and they meant more than you know. And to my dear listener, I love to hear from you as well. It's so easy. You can just send me a text with a link in the show notes, and I will read every one of your messages. Messages like this remind me that reinvention and clarity and meaning are universal desires. It doesn't matter your background, your age, your industry, or your gender. When you're navigating transitions, you're human. And we're all trying to move through life with a little more purpose, courage, and truth, right? I really love hearing from you. So even though the text feature is one way, I read every message that comes through. And your stories help shape this podcast. They help me understand what you're navigating, what you're questioning, and what you need more of. And if you ever want a deeper conversation, one where you can share and ask and explore or just be heard, you can always email me or book a call with me through the link in the show notes. I would genuinely love to know what you're going through. With that, let's dive into today's reflection, because these 3 energy shifts have the power to change how you enter 2026. I have distilled these 3 shifts from our longer episode 259, which was released on Monday. And these shifts come from deeper patterns that I've witnessed this year as I worked with my clients. Not necessarily the details of any one person's story, but the emotional truths behind so many stories. If you're navigating a transition or sensing one on your horizon, I hope one of these meets you where you are. The first shift is to remember instead of reinvent. What I mean by that is we put so much pressure on ourselves, especially in midlife, to figure out who we're supposed to become next, whether that's a new role, a new identity, a new plan. But clarity rarely comes from wiping the slate clean. It comes from remembering who you've always been, the version of you that existed before the responsibilities, the expectations, the roles, and the constant doing. It could be, for example, a strength or superpower you haven't used in years. It could be a passion that may have been buried, or something that you value that you'd like to incorporate into your next steps. The point is, my friend, you don't have to start from scratch. You're starting from experience, and all you need to do is dig into what is already within you. So, as a reflection, I would ask you to ask yourself this: what part of you has been waiting patiently, quietly, to be seen again? What part of you has been waiting to be seen again? Let that be your compass. The second energy shift is to get supported before you think you should need it. Here's something I've learned after coaching so many people over the years is that we don't wait to ask for help because we're strong. We wait because we've learned to believe we have to be strong. But I've seen so many people's energy shift instantly the moment they allow themselves to be supported. It's not a weakness to ask for help. It's indeed a strength to have the courage to seek it out. Support lightens your load and it creates inner space, and in that space, possibilities begin to take shape. So, as a reflection, I'd like you to ask yourself, if today you didn't have to hold everything together, what would you let someone help you with, even just a little? When you let yourself receive, it changes everything. And the third energy shift is this: turn down fear and turn up possibility. Fear is very sneaky. It doesn't always yell. I see that all the time with my clients. Sometimes it shows up as tiny hesitations or quiet doubts. The constant, what if this thing goes wrong? Fear convinces us to stay still, whereas possibility invites you to move. And I've seen incredible shifts happen the moment a person moves from fear-based questions to possibility-based questions. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Try, what if this works out even better than I hope? Instead of asking, what if I'm too late? Try, what if I'm right on time? Possibility is expansive, my friend. And when your energy expands, your Ikigai, or your sense of direction and deeper meaning, becomes so much easier to see. So, as a reflection, complete this sentence honestly. If possibility were leading me, I would fill in the blank. If possibility were leading me, I would. Your answer is a breadcrumb on your path. So, as you step into 2026, remember that reinvention doesn't begin on January 1st. It begins in quiet moments like this, in moments of awareness and curiosity and small energetic shifts. And you don't need a change in the calendar to receive that. If these shifts stirred something in you, honor that. That feeling is the beginning of your next chapter. Take the time to answer those reflection questions over the holidays so they can set you up for a wonderful start to the new year. And as a gentle request, if this podcast has supported you in any way, leaving a rating or review on Apple Podcasts truly helps others find it. Women and men, just like Ray, who may need these messages at exactly the right time. I'm deeply grateful for every single review. And one more thing before you go. If you're craving clarity but not sure where to begin, do take my career and life fulfillment quiz with a link in the show notes. It's really a simple starting point to help you understand where you are now and what you may need next. Many people say it's the first step that helped them finally articulate what wasn't working and what they truly want moving forward. So thank you so much for spending this time with me today, my friend. You're growing, you're shifting, and you're becoming, even if you can't see the full picture yet. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.